Hello everyone, my name is Hua and I'm from Taiwan. Recently, I found a website called Google Crowdsource. I think this is an inevitable behavior that we are experiencing every day. As long as we are connecting with the web and sharing our information online, we are also help building a better product for everyone with machine learning. Before introducing crowdsource idea, I would like to share with you the concept first. So I read this book, then crowdsource, why the power of the crowd is driving the future of business. And the author of this book is Jeff Howe, and who is an assistant professor at Northeastern University. This book can definitely let us understand the idea of crowdsource easily, and the author has precisely described the main idea of the crowdsource with some interesting stories and examples. And the first example I would like to share with you from the book is the Wikipedia. When it comes to Wikipedia, we need to talk about Nupedia first. So what is Nupedia? Nupedia was an online encyclopedia website, and the articles on that website were written by volunteer experts. And those experts with appropriate subject matter expertise, and their articles will be reviewed by expert editors before publication. So in the beginning, Wikipedia was just a side project started on January 2001 in Nupedia. And this Wikipedia website can allow collaboration on articles before entering the peer review process. So why is Wikipedia a good example for crowdsourcing? Because everybody can edit their information and their point of view and contribute their expertise on the website. They can edit the content of the website, or if you want to search anything, you can just directly search from Wikipedia, and all the information is from crowd. Now, Nupedia website was closed, and Wikipedia becomes the mainstream of online encyclopedia, which is also breaking labor into little units or modules, and is one of the hallmarks of crowdsourcing. After Wikipedia, we have another example which can prove the power of amateur. The other one is NASA. So everybody knows NASA, right? Especially if you are fans of space or astronomy, and you must know NASA very well. But the things you don't know is NASA hosted the entire database online and asked the community of amateur astronomers who follow NASA's every move to help pros analyze the images of Mars. And they called this program Click Workers. So if you want to know more about the Click Workers, you can also check the website of Click Workers on NASA. From November 2000 to September 2001, NASA ran an experiment online that showed the public volunteers, many working for a few minutes here and there, and others choosing work longer, can do some routine science analysis that would normally be done by a scientist or graduate student working for months on end. So from this period, NASA has as many as about 100,000 Click Workers volunteering with 14,000 working hours, with a lot of sessions and 2 million entries. 2 million entries is quite a surprise amount for lots of works and lots of volunteers to engage in this program. So these two examples are really impressive works to make an improvement for the company. And I think amateurs provide the crowdsourcing engine with file, and the open source softwares provided it with a blueprint. But it's the widespread availability of the means of production that empower the crowd to take part in a process long dominated by companies. Okay, so after this, the other example I would like to share with you is in entertainment industry. And the first part is about TV and video. I would like to introduce a video which was uploaded onto YouTube 14 years ago by Michael Billman. At that time, he was just 28-year-old self-taught animator and created this movie on his own. But the way to make him famous is he did something right. Is he blocked the process of making this video online and made him develop a sizable fan base. The clicks of this video is 1 million now on YouTube, and you can just check on YouTube website and type "We Are the Strange." And I think everybody knows this news is in spring of 2007, YouTube announced it would begin giving its most popular contributors, also the YouTubers, those whose videos regularly get viewed more than 1 million times, a cut of ad revenues. So which is a strong indicator that those parallel universes are starting to collect. The future entertainment will at least in part be outsourced to the crowd. But YouTube is only a platform for you to share your videos. How can you make attractive videos without tools? So the other examples for crowdsourcing on video and TV and entertainment industry is Apple. Apple launched Final Cut Pro and iMovie for amateurs or someone who is interested in making videos without formal education and can create movies and videos very easily. As for iMovie, you can just learn it by the tutorials just for 1 day. So apart from this, Apple also made a huge change in publishing and computer industry too. So one day in summer of 1984, Steve Jobs met the co-founder of Adobe Software, John Warnock. And this is the same year Apple just released Macintosh. So they developed a computer language called PostScript that would allow those large Macintosh graphics to be printed on an affordable printer using laser technology. And desktop publishing put the power of production into the hands of the individual. To build a new system, you don't compete with the old one. You build a new system that makes the old one obsolete. And variable information is making the crowd smarter and better trained all the time. And another example in the entertainment industry is about music. Like Street Voice in Taiwan, and musicians can upload their songs online and get reviews and rates. And for iTunes or Spotify, the users just need to pay monthly fee. So the software will recommend music by sourcing from the users, from their likes and behaviors. So talk about the users can share their opinion or their reviews to help the others to find their favorite music and so on. We must talk about the diversity, and also I have some examples about the diversity which can help crowdsourcing to collect information from users. So understand diversity is imperative to understanding collective intelligence, and collective intelligence is an essential ingredient in one of the primary categories of crowdsourcing. So let me share with you some examples of companies using this essential ingredient, diversity, to solve problems and predict future outcomes or help direct corporate strategy. Example 1 is Netflix. So I think everybody is very familiar with Netflix, right? I just watched Netflix yesterday. So the best example of problem-solving network application has to be Netflix Prize. So in 2006, the movie rental company promised to give $1 million to anyone who could improve its film recommendation system by increasing 10%. Netflix let the contestants receive access to an enormous database of 100 million real user ratings on videos. So by studying the connection between those ratings, participants attempt to devise an algorithm that will better predict what films individual Netflix customers will like. And contestants submit their algorithm to Netflix, which compares it to how those users really did rate those movies. The algorithm is scored and is placed on a leaderboard. Within a month of launching the experiment, Netflix had received 1,000 submissions. So the best coder quickly managed to improve by about 5%, and just a year later, a team achieved 8.43% of improvement. So this is really good example of crowdsourcing. So it's also just like an open source software to let everybody provide the opinions to make the algorithm better for Netflix. Okay, so from all the examples, we understand more about crowdsourcing. And crowdsourcing is still an emerging phenomenon in one crucial respect. So crowdsourcing has already become a predominant force in our culture. The crowd's ability to act as a filter makes a business like YouTube, Netflix possible. To achieve this, we need the engine to make it possible. And who provides it? Absolutely, Google. Why is Google? Because Google's searching engine has transferred the power of determining the significance information. So I think everybody knows the story behind Google's search engine, because in 1995 we only have like Yahoo is the most famous searching engine of all time. In Yahoo, the internet's contents were ranked by employees of Yahoo, not through the independent actions of the collective users of web. So the story behind Google's searching engine is they employed the founder's algorithm called PageRank. PageRank determines the relevance and importance of a website by counting a number of sites linking to those sites. So for example, if I want to search toxic waste from other searching engine, and I will get the result of toxic waste fan page, because it's also an Irish punk band. So however, when I search in Google, the PageRank algorithm will outstrip the band fan page. The underlying assumption is that more important websites are likely to receive more links from other websites. And Google's search function was so effective at determining relevance. So what Google has demonstrated is that people's individual decisions. So now in 2021, Google just launched a program named Crowdsource in Taiwan. So every individual's decision can help you to correct information in the Google database. And it's a great opportunity for you to use your own abilities to contribute to the building blocks of artificial intelligence, which is also called AI. So now I'm proud to say that I am one of the contributors of Google Crowdsource. So by telling the examples of crowdsource to my point of view, be an effective amateur, embrace the diversity to contribute our ability and make a difference in machine learning world is really important. So please join me to help AI serve everyone and everywhere. Just click the website in the information field to join the World Crowdsource community with me.